we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on another SEC rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Commodores offense will get the first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
Breaks into the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. A shot toward the end zone. And that send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. So Alabama's offense will have its first possession of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it down the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Blunt. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Now improvising. He throws one to the left. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the 1st down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Marches ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. And off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go to the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. They'll run the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the 1st down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Now they're going to throw it. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Blunt. The quick out. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got the tight end. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He wants to throw it again. He's going to fire to the left. Makes the grab on the big throw. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Barrels ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Now they'll run the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And you're seeing the... On the second play of the drive, they dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Commodores will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Blunt. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Alabama.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Bama! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa.
And the Commodores will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half on the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. It's a reverse. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this is a receiver that needs to touch the ball in a variety of ways. They're going to throw it to him, but they're also going to get him involved on jet sweeps.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. The tag. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to bull his way in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Vandy.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. They give it to him again. And he has a solid gain before the... bottles him up.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Alabama will get the first down. Just had to pick up a few inches on the play, and they do it on fourth down.
I mean, literally, fall forward. That's all you have to do is just give me a little bit of space where I can fall forward and you can push him forward. I like it going forward on fourth down most of the time anyways, but
breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Tight end now in motion. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10.
Sure. Fly trumpet. Fly trumpet.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Go. Hey, travel. Travel.
The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
and the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Starts with a second down play. He leaves it with his back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, running back gets the give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Looking downfield, it's Blunt. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
That play right there is going to be a nominee for worst play of the season. Guys, have we seen a play that bad all season long? What is going on?
Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on fourth down. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, looking to pass. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. Supposed to do.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, keep the drive moving.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Commodores line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Here's the handoff. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
Hold offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Blasted as he lets it go. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look